Okay, everybody, welcome to the glide slope. Just a quick flight today. We're flying from Sweden to Denmark. Something is causing performance to be pretty bad in the sim in VR. I think it might be the Oculus Dash software, but we'll see if it gets any better. But right now, I'm getting pretty bad judders. If I just turn off asynchronous time warp, it seems to be better. So I guess that's what I'll do. I'll just leave it off for now. That's better. Hey Mike, good to see you. Leo, hey, how's my audio? I had those problems before. I want to see if maybe they're any better. We're going to be flying from Viared Airport, Sweden, ESGE, to Aalborg. Oh, 1 second, guys.
You remember how you said I could use your hacks off and cut down the boofer stuff, you know?
Not right now. When I'm done, we can.
Because me and Frank and Nick were going to make up the base, and we're going to go stack them up.
Thanks, bud. Sorry about that. Voice sounds good. Okay, good. So, as I was saying, we're going from Sweden to Aalborg, Denmark. I downloaded the Ortho scenery in the mesh. Somebody had suggested this. I thought it'd be fun to try it, and so that's what we're going to do. And now that I think about it, we will... James, yes, greetings from England. Well, it's only going to be a short flight, maybe an hour. Am I liking it better in the cockpit? I like them for different things, I guess is the way I would say it. We're going to fix one more setting here real quick. I'm going to just turn off AI. That might be something that's slowing me down. Yeah, I like them for different stuff. This is just a scenic tour. We're not going to be very realistic today. We're in the Mooney Ovation, which I went ahead and splurged on, and we're going to give it a shot. Oh, that's loud, isn't it? It's loud to me. I don't know if that's loud to you. It's like really loud to me. Might need to turn that down just a little bit. That's like really loud. Really loud. Sound. Aircraft exterior, environmental. Let's turn all that down a little bit. Yeah, really loud. That's what I thought. I think this headset that I'm using doesn't work with the new VSOD stuff very well. Let's see how this is any better. Yeah, that's a little better. Is that better for you guys? Oh, the bow switch by my left knee. Oh. I don't think so. Gotta switch the bows now. Let me know how it's working today. In other news, my TPM throttle quadrant is broken for some reason. Sorry, disappointed to admit. Yes, I have the Reality XP Garmin 530. I just haven't loaded it into this airplane yet, but it is awesome. Alright, let's get started here. Well, I think I still sound okay. Let me know how I sound to you guys. I don't want it to be so outrageous that you can't hear me. But I also want it to be a little realistic. Oh yeah, that's without the bows. That's with the bows, with the noise cancellation. That's cool. Okay, I have our flight plan in. Again, we're flying over the ocean to Denmark. I'm not quite sure what the this is a really sweet airplane. I gotta say, the Mooney is really sweet. I'm not quite sure what the let's see, high boost we don't need right now. Boost pump, we should have probably had that on when we started it. We'll turn it off now. Sun and Fun, I am too. The Mooney's a great plane. Yeah, I hope I got that fixed. Hear me clearly? Okay, good. Everything lands better than the PA-28 right now, in my view. It just is very unpredictable. And unfortunately, it's just the flight model. It just is the way it is. It is what it is, I guess. I'm going to adjust the cockpit here just a little bit, guys. Give me just a second. I'm a little misaligned. But things seem to be working pretty well. It took me a long time to get the VR working today for some reason. It just was not playing along very nicely. Alright. That feels pretty good. Okay. Right now I like this one a lot, I have to say. I think it's really good. Okay, there we go. Let's get ready to go here. Looks like our wind is coming from the other side. This is an airport that somebody who watches the channel designed, so I went ahead and downloaded it. Still feeling a little low in this cockpit. Let's get ourselves, reach down and put our seat up a little bit, shall we? Oh, okay, so here's the worst thing about the current X-Plane beta. If you make the mistake of touching the thumb joystick on this Oculus controller, it moves you all over the place. And it just fell off my leg, and as a result, we went shooting outside the airplane for a minute. Now we got to get all resituated. It feels a little close. That feels good. It's a real drag. I gotta find some way to fix that because it's pain. Pain would be the technical term. Oh, thanks, Colin. I appreciate that. Glad to see it. Glad to hear that. Okay. Okay, he's got some nice grass in this airport, we can see. It's hot out here today. Yeah, I just don't think my headset plays well with the 3D sounds. I think that's what the issue is. Trim wheel's working, that's good. Yeah, so my TPM from SciTech stopped working yesterday in the middle of a stream. Not quite sure why, but it did. I took it apart today, and everything's working. The gears are working. The only thing I can think is that there's a bad potentiometer. And, you know, I could probably fix it, but, you know, that stuff is built like toys, and that's the only problem with that, is that if it's built like a toy, it tends to act like it's got a... This cockpit is quite good for VR, but this throttle is not just a simple push and pull. One problem. I'm not doing any real radio work today. I wanted to see the scenery. I've never flown in this part of the world, so I thought, what the heck, we'll give it a shot. My myself in here where I want to be. Okay. All right. Flight controls work. Everything else seems to be going right. This is kind of what my controller does when I'm starting to get out of batteries. I wonder if I'm getting to that point. Okay, mixture prop full. Nobody coming. This is the latest beta. I heard some talk that it might have been a little less smooth than prior versions. So far, I'm finding that to be correct. I should have my boost pump on, right? I'm not watching where we're going, guys. Oh no! Oh no! Let's get off the ground while we still can. Yeah, that was the boost pump. Chance to see some of the European style objects here, which I never really look at. There, track 346. Gears up. Yeah, smooth takeoff. Not really. Reality XP GNS into an aircraft. You just have to modify its configuration file. There's a how-to online, which is pretty straightforward. It's starting to smooth out now. Bothered to get the altitude because I didn't know what the radar was there. I guess I could look on my phone. But, see, that was interesting. I don't know why that happened. There's the airport. I think it's the airport we just took out from, right? Yeah, looks like it. We shouldn't overfly the field. That would not be good form. We'll go up to maybe 4,500 feet. Smooth takeoff. Yeah, that was not the smoothest takeoff we've ever had. It's been a while since I've flown VR. I'm not quite used to it. Okay. So. Okay. Come around to 246. My real yoke is right in the way of where I want to do this. Pretty close to 246 there. bit. I'll have to read a how-to on how to use the Mooney. That's too lean. Look at my EGT. There we go. That's coming up. That's manual. I guess we're fine with the physical controls here. I can see the buggers. There we go. I had the prop handle all the way out in the physical cockpit. Little teeny adjustments for EGT. Alright. That's looking pretty good there. Go up to 4,500 feet and then level off. And we've got Sweden below. Not quite sure why we have such bad performance today. There's not anything but trees around. Just because we're running all this stuff. I think Oculus Dash. If I disable the Oculus synchronous space warp 45 fix, it actually is smoother. Okay, let's see. Reduce throttle before prop. Yes, you're correct, Colin. That is the way to do it. Link to the scenery when you finish. It was the only scenery that I could find. Transaction 6,000. Yeah, I'm going to just stay to 4,500 feet. You have your general test coming up for your AP. Good job, Mike. I hope it goes well for you. I'm sure you'll do great. Throttle out, then prop out, prop in, then throttle in. It's like a balloon. Yeah, I remember. Didn't do it by the book. Luckily the engine didn't explode. This mixture lever is real finicky. We're making a pretty good clip. Yeah, so I just wanted to get some scenery in. And check out some of this ortho scenery I had downloaded. Yesterday's Pilot Edge flight was great. I don't know if anybody who's watching joined in. But it was pretty awesome. There was almost 70 guys in the air, guys and girls in the air. And we all converged on Boeing Field in Seattle from Reno and Glacier. Hello, Jason. Welcome. Ian, my view is it's all true to life size. It all looks the way it's supposed to look. And the proportions, the size of the cabin, everything feels very real in the VR. So if you haven't checked out the YouTube channel, I just posted a flight of I've posted a review of the GNS 530 unit that was sent to me by realsimgear.com. It's a really awesome piece of cockpit gear, I have to say. I would highly recommend it for anybody who wants a working GPS unit. And if you put the Reality XP on it, it is like you're really using the real thing. It's very cool. Enjoy your vacation, James. I don't know, Mike. I couldn't figure it out. I think I had maybe a bad USB connection. I'm getting a weird sound here. There we go. Something with the audio. Something's not right today. Readability of the gauges, they're great. I can read everything fine. I can even read, I can read everything. I might look a little close to make sure I know exactly what barometer setting I'm on. But for the most part, everything looks good. But it's not really necessary, really. Yeah, I can see where I'm going. But that Reality XP is a sweet piece of kit, or that GNS 530 from Real Sim Gear is a sweet piece of kit, I have to say. I really like it. You can't read the radio frequencies. No, Mike, I pulled the TPM about today, so I can read that. I can read that that's 123.3. That's 1112.0. I'm running, or 112.6, yeah, so I couldn't read that as well as I thought. It's running on 1.7 super sampling right now. Alright, well I said I was going to be at 5,000, so let's go ahead and be at 5,000. Or 4,500, I mean. So, this ortho scenery looks great. Sweden during the summer, obviously. And then I downloaded the HD Mesh 4. There's a racetrack out there. Yeah, the VR is good, but I mean, I gotta say, with that GPS in the cockpit, the virtual cockpit is just about perfect for me now. And I think it's just a function of what kind of experience you want to have, you know. Okay, we're coming up to the coastline of Sweden. Göteborg is off to that side. That's it over there. It's cool to be able to fly someplace like this in the virtual world, you know? Butt kicker is rattling my chair something fierce. Yeah, so the TPM, I've just got to, I don't know, got to figure it out. I'm going to see if it's, I'll submit a ticket. If they say it's about the potentiometer, I'll probably just try to fix it myself. They're hard to come by. I don't want to lose it, you know? They're hard to find. Can I look right behind me? Yeah, you can look around the whole airplane. Look in the back seat. You can look anywhere you want. It's stuttering a bit right now because of the number of apps that I'm running all at the same time. This is also a pretty high performance airplane. But as you can see, there's no rotation limit. It's everything around you. You can look anywhere you want to look. Sounds like people are coming and going to my house. I can hear a beep, beep, beep every time somebody opens the door. Okay. So we're on our way. We've got trim switches here. Transponder ident switch. We're moving along. This is my VR headset model. I've got the Oculus Rift, but remember that what you're seeing is not what I see, because I've got it. This is tracking what's called the mirror of the display, which is in 1080 by 720. So there is a screen door effect. I can see pixels. The next generation is definitely going to be better, but I don't mind it. I mean, the 3D is so immersive, the way that light works inside it, but it's not at all bothersome. I mean, you start paying attention to the fact that you're looking out the window and looking back there, it feels like I'm really flying. Can't do that in my sim. The horizons all match up. You know, you look up, see the clouds, look up there for traffic. You know, it's really cool. So I've become a fan of VR. If I'm working procedures, I'll probably work in the physical cockpit that I built. If I want to work to really simulate a cross country, the scan, you know, this feels much more like flying than does the physical cockpit. Speaking of which, let's think about progression. What is that, just about 240? Okay, we're off across the ocean for a while. We're going to hope that the motor keeps working. There's my rudder trim if I need it. airplane's trimmed out pretty well right now. My hand is off the stick. She's flying right where I wanted her to. So that's good. Hello, Free Spirit. Is it time to switch to VR? No, it's fully ready. You know, I think if we're going to spend $500 or $600, I would wait for the next generation. Of course, the next generation is going to be tougher on the PC because it's going to have to render more pixels. So it's sort of a you know, double-edged sword. You're going to need a powerful port. You're going to want a better headset that has better resolution, but to do that, you're going to need a better PC. And you know, like I don't think my 980 Ti would run the next generation of headsets very well. Let's see what we have coming up here. There's an island up here on our left. There's an airport on it. Peeking out. My Danish isn't very good. But Byram is the airport I can see. So pretty soon if we have a problem, we could probably glide into Byram. I don't want that to happen. Greetings from Argentina, wow. Yep, been 30 minutes, Free Spirit, you're right. I'm just kind of flying for fun today, so I didn't set a timer. Fuel pump on, right tank, positive fuel flow, and boost pump off. She's still running. What time is it? Yeah, I think my, yeah, this is definitely, my controller's battery is definitely getting low because it's starting to be erratic. Free Spirit's looking out for me. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the Mooney. I think it's my favorite VR ride right now. The model is very solid, flies really well, lands well, sounds are great. Again, in my headset, haven't quite figured out how to use them, but I like that Bose switch. That's cool. Turn off the noise cancellation. Dark vision we don't need yet. There we've got lights. Frost, cabin vent. There's our flaps. I have my flap set to a rudder, a trigger on the yoke. Minutes en route, 60 miles. Ground speed 151 knots. What are we doing? Indicated. About 140 indicated. We're not maxing out the engine. We're flying along at a nice responsible cruise speed. The flight model on this airplane is very good though, very stable. I find a lot of the flight models, the airplane moves and wanders all over the place. This airplane is doing a pretty good job of just staying still. I mean, again, my hand is sort of off the stick, and it's holding altitude well. It's doing, you know, what I would expect it to do, which is good. Music crew mode. Oh, cool.
Spirit, I've got a 980 Ti. Using real weather, no fall, the weather is terrible, and I wanted to sightsee. So this is just, I set it to Cirrus weather, and that's what we got going. Yeah, there's some weird sound bug. It's like it's, I don't know if the FMOD sound modules are quite figured out on this. Check the setting here real quick. Oh, understood. So some people say that the 3J FPS wizard and the ASW conflict with each other. I'm going to turn off the Lua engine. And this is just fixed to 45 FPS. Wow, that's really pretty smooth. Well, it was for a second. So, yeah, that's just it, forcing it to 45 frames. That's pretty good. See how it does when we get back over land and we've got a lot of trees and stuff. Boy, but you know, much more than the physical cockpit, this feels like flying an airplane. Like, this is like flying. Real Simulator VR cockpit. I don't like one more than the other. I think they're both great. I know that sounds like a hedge. The fact of the matter is that I think they're good for different things. Let's try auto on the Space Warp. That's really good. Well, it was. Not having ghosting is a little ghosting. Still haven't quite gotten all the bugs out of this yet. I'm sure as they get closer to beta, it'll be better and better. Or to it being out of beta. It's still in beta, which is hard to, you know, you gotta remember that. And now I've got 45 frames with Space Warp disabled. Way off track. Let's get back to where we're going. Resolution of the VR headset. I don't remember. It's not HD, that's for sure. But it's not terrible. They're odd resolutions. It's like 1368 or something by something something. Kind of cool. We can see that little town down there with the port. The airport, if we need it, is right in the middle of that island. I think I can see it right there. But with the haze and the environmental effects and the 3D, I mean, that is the most important thing. We're just getting back on our line here. The most important thing about this that most people don't realize is it's about 3D. And being able to see in 3D dramatically increases the realism of the experience. And it's not even close. So much so that sometimes when I'm done, I take the headset off and I'm like, wow, I'm sitting in my closet. A minute ago I was in a Mooney Ovation. And so the 3D changes the game in a very real way that I think is important and that makes the entire experience better. Okay. So we're getting pretty good performance now. Better if I have this on. I'm going to turn the Fly with Lua script back on. So one of the tricks I've learned is I fly in windowed mode and I minimize the window, the X-plane window, and I find that gives me better, smoother experience. Personally. quite a bit of commentary with this beta saying that it's got more judders than it did before. Now that's with ASW on, and that's really smooth. I mean, for you guys, it's smooth no matter what. You don't really see the judders. You'll see the freezes. You don't really see the judders like I do. Okay, coast of Denmark in front of us. And that looks like you're really flying over that. 4,500 feet. So until you wear the headset, I mean, what I would recommend to everybody is, you know, find somebody in your local area who has one and who flies with it. Or maybe go to a flight convention and experience it. I mean, you know, check it out. See what it's like. See if it's for you. I mean, a lot of people can't wear it because it just makes them sick to their stomachs, which is hard to believe, but it's true. Like my wife can't put the thing on. She can wear it for about 3 seconds and she wants to throw up. When I hit the brakes in the airplane, I feel like I'm definitely, moving forward, pitching forward. Disable the fly with fluid plug in. See what that does for me. It didn't really make it any smoother. In fact, I think it made it a little worse. You know, and then with every release, every improvement in the beta, things are a little different. So you sort of get a system dialed in that you think works great for you. Find that it sort of varies, wanders. You know, the performance isn't just quite the same as it was before. But my experience with the guys at Laminar is they take care of lots of bugs and big problems and kind of the big rocks first, and then they optimize second. So the big thing they're working on already is getting the cut base ready for Vulcan, which will get us off of using just one cord. And that will make a big difference in terms of our sim performance. I don't think some people originally were thinking it was going to be like having a brand new card. I think you're going to see a 25% bump. So I think if you're running usually 30 frames, you know, I think you'll see yourself go up to 38. 8 frames makes a big difference. In VR, 8 frames makes a huge difference. I mean, if you're tracking at 37 and it's constantly pumping it down, getting it up to 45 can make a big difference. So we'll see. Okay, where are we? We're 10 minutes to go. Well, I can presume that we're going to have a pattern altitude of about 1,000 feet. So if that's the case, we're going to want to start descending about, well, maybe 10 minutes before we're supposed to get in, which is getting pretty close. I also don't know what the wind is there, since I'm running custom weather. I might do a pass of the pattern to see what it looks like. Yeah, I would say that this version, this latest beta, has more micro stutters than the one before it. I feel pretty confident saying that. You know, they'll fix it. They'll track you down the problem and fix it. Okay. See if we can get weather from this place. Yeah, it's IFR there in the real world right now. View 600, overcast 800. Oh, we're flying in there today. It is 120.475. Let's see if we'll pick it up.
All board information uniform. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 20,000 scattered, 35,000 scattered, temperature 14, dew point -10. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 08 left, departing runway 08 left. Advise on initial contact you have uniform.
You say 08? Oh, look at that. Oh, that looked great.
All board information uniform. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 20,000 scattered, 35,000 scattered, temperature 14, dew point -10. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 0. Departing runway 08 left. Advise on initial contact you have uniform.
You say arriving and departing on 08? Well, I presume we're going to land on 08. Yeah, I wrote a pretty long post on that. If you go to the website, it's probably still on the first page. And I went into some length about where I compared lots of different features of the two. So if you're curious about that, I'd encourage you to go check it out. It'll give you some perspective on how I feel about it. Sort of what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, it's interesting. So there's something that's hitting the PC. Probably Windows doing me the. So we'll see. I was just peeking under the headset there for a second. Okay, everything's looking here. Oh, nice. It put a turn in there for us. Okay, well, 08 means we're going to come in and basically fly just going straight on the left downwind and then come around on land at 08. That's our plan. Yeah, the Windows is definitely doing something right now. Maybe it was just loading the next tile of scenery, but no. I looked, there's some app, you know, it's so frustrating. You tell it to not download updates or do Windows Defender, all that stuff. It still wants to mess with it. It just drives me nuts. Okay, we should start coming down. Kind of torn between using the physical throttle and the manual one, or the physical one and the sim one here. The TPM that I had kind of was right where those three controls are. Made it really easy. This thing's a lot touchier. Yeah, I don't know, DM, it might be saying that, thinking that it's spam. Or if that's the case. Okay. I never turned off my landing lights, but so it goes. And I never turned on my strobes, which you get for flying late in the day without a checklist. Over the Danish countryside. Looks like the mesh did a pretty good job with power lines and roads and stuff. Not a lot of buildings down there on that town. I'm gonna have to download. I don't have. Well, it's got a lot of the town, but not all of it. Might have to download the European World XP package. Okay, we're looking for an airport. It's gonna be right up here. That might be it right there. Still coming down. That looks great. Ortho scenery turned out great. I love the fact that you can make your own photorealistic scenery. Yeah, I'll definitely want to pull down the European package. I think I have it. I just uninstalled it. I might have installed it instead of space because I wasn't flying over here very much. But that is pretty close in terms of trees and buildings and the rest, but you know, there's quite a bit of that village there that isn't represented. The roads are all pretty solid. It also might just not be filling in all those blanks because I'm not running at full graphics. Okay, 7 miles out. We are flying in position to make a downwind into 08. Normally here then I would OBS myself. That's interesting. Get my heading set to 080. Hey, father, son, good to see you. Just make sure that that's what that airport really is. In terms of its approach, looks like it. We'll land on 08 left. Okay. All right. Time to start. Ready to go. Mixture full. Prop is full. And on the throttle. Set checklist. Boost pump on. Landing lights. Start to throttle it back. Runway, airport. That's it right there. Okay, let's make for the downwind entry. Couple of little stutters here. Yeah, see, this feels like flying an airplane. When you're up high and then you come in low. Feels like. us off here at 1,000 feet. Apply some trim. And then on the 45. Oh, great. I can't wait to hear about it. How apropos that we're flying VR this afternoon. Pretty soon here we'll be inside the white arc. Looking at first flaps. There's our runway. This is also custom scenery that I downloaded today. Again, I'm having some micro stutters, a little disappointing, but that's just the way it is. Father, son, if you didn't follow along, we are in Denmark. Okay, midfield. C-130's down there. How about that? Back out a little more power. Hey, Uncertified, good to see you. Okay, I'm going to come back and read that in a second. We got to get ready to land the airplane here. Yep, I got it. You're down. First notch. Flaps 10. Trim it for about 90. There we go. Airplane's behind us, make our base turn. Gear down. Like, this is much better than in the home cockpit. Next notch. Okay, turning on to final. Gas is on the fullest tank. Undercarriage is down and locked. Make sure storage prop is full. I've been trying to practice rounded turns. I didn't do very good on that time. Okay, we're at full flaps. Power looks good. Rudder's alive. Bird has speed brakes, but I'm not using them. Okay, now we're just looking at our touchdown point. Turn out the back pressure. Little throttle, getting a little low. There we go. Little ground effect there. That was cool. Alright. Not bad. All things considered. That little ground effect there at the last second surprised me. That was very realistic. We got off the water and came over the ground, and there was lift. Right, well, welcome to Denmark. Mooney performed awfully well. Flaps back. Boost pump off. Landing lights. Strobe. Howdy, good to see you uncertified. Yeah, it felt realistic. Looking at ice, that looks like the beast of a machine, man. That should be awesome. Jewel, we're flying the Mooney Ovation. Yeah, Mike, it's really cool to be able to model different airplane is great, and they feel, if they're modeled, their flight characteristics are good, they feel really real. Like that pattern felt much more like flying a real airplane to me than the basement sim does, as much as I love the basement sim. This looks like a runway. I don't see a hold short, but let's follow the rules. Okay. I was going to configure world traffic to have traffic running in and out here, but I got busy and forgot to turn it on. Like just how the airplane kind of trundles and bumps along. Tarmac, the 3D just changes the feel completely. Thanks, guys. Add a little power there at the end, but we did all right. Not quite sure where the bottom on this thing is. I've only flown it a couple times. I like it though. I think for VR, this is my new going places airplane. For P events and things like that. Whenever I'm simulating something for real world, I always use the Archer because that's what I fly. But I got this Mooney because I cruise along at 155 knots, and it's got gear, retractable gear. So anyway, this is a little airport, the Denmark airport that I found on the org today, and it's really nice. He did a great job with that terminal, and it looks really, really good. There's the fire truck. Year of food and drink. It sounds like they are ready for me. Scotland, I like it. Well, we won't have the chutzpah to just pull up to the gate. Oh, what the heck. It's just a game, right? It's not a game, it's an engineering tool. It's the first thing they'll say to you. Is that the last gate? Did I miss it? I did. Okay, well, let's go back around this way then. That's cool. Should we make it nighttime? Just for the heck of it? As we pull in? Let's make it nighttime. Oops. Wrong one. Oh, that's the right one. Here we go. What, this thing doesn't turn its lights on at night? We can't see a bleeding thing. Well, now we can see. I would think those big lights on up there would go on. Let's try that again. Maybe we gotta make it darker. Interesting. Our panel lights aren't on either. Those panel lights are down here, if I remember. Yep. Battery's starting to go. Well, those are landing lights. You can see that the stars are not nearly as huge as they used to be. They look a lot better than they did. I'm surprised this guy doesn't have these ramp lights turning on. That's weird. I'm running, no, this is not Brickyard. This is the This is, it's not the Coronado, I don't think. It's the new Ovation that just came out. Yeah, DM, it seemed to be doing better. I'm going to go back to daytime here because none of the ramp lights are coming on. Make it dusk. A little too dusky. There you go, sunset. Who doesn't like that? Yeah, I don't think it's the Coronado. It's, I don't remember who made it. It just came out on the org for X-Plane. What the heck? Let's go ahead and park right here. So, like, that's where I feel seasick, is right there. I hit the brakes. My yoke is in the way, so I gotta use these. Alright, well that was a fun flight. I think it's the AFM. I can look and check. How clear are PAPI lights at a distance when compared to your projector? I can see all that stuff fine. I don't have any problem seeing PAPI lights. I don't have any problem seeing any of that stuff. It all looks good to me. I'll scroll up here a little bit so I can see some of these earlier questions. Saving the next one for VR set. I think you'll love it. Yeah, I think that's sort of where we are. I'm planning on going into IFR training after I get my pilot's license, and so I'm going to keep the basement sim because of it'll be much better for IFR training with charts. That's going to be a beast rig for you guys. You guys are going to love it, father son. Yeah, I agree. Being able to see stuff in different airplanes and fly different airplanes is great. That's cool. You fly a Dash 42. Awesome. Or I presume that's what a DA-42 is. This is the latest X-Plane 11 beta. So beta 2, I think, for 11.2. The Vive Pro, wow. This Ovation, here, I can tell you. It's only going to take me a second. Yep, but since you're asking, 1 second, and I'll be able to tell you. I'll tell you. I'm just looking it up right now. It is the... Yeah, no, it's the Alabeo. It is the Coronado. I'm surprised it's so good, especially the flight model. I wouldn't have thought. I usually don't like the Coronados. But it's a good looking airplane here. We can take a look at it. It's, you know, well done. It's got great metals, metal textures. See the reflection off the spinner there? That's cool. Those animated pilots, if I took them out, I'd probably save some frames somewhere along the way. But that's it. So, anyway, thanks for joining me on the flight. Hope you guys liked it. It was fun to fly. Look at the reflection in the spinner there of the terminal. That's cool. If you guys want to see the whole flight, it'll be saved. And again, that was a suggestion of one of the folks who watches a lot to do that flight. So we went from Sweden to Denmark. and it was a blast. So thanks everybody for watching on the glide slope. We'll see you on the next stream.